is this not showing that I'm live? I guess I am. It's pretty annoying. Okay, yeah, so it's showing that it's working. All right. Uh, there's a nice advertisement for you. So anyway, I don't know why this little thing is not turning purple like it's supposed to, but I'm going to trust that we're actually live here. All right, so going back just to recap, had a really good session over the weekend where I made like $18 in one session. It was like 5 hours though, and then I had another like 80-cent session last time. So I'm gonna try and continue this upswing here, of course. I feel like I'm getting slightly better. That's part of what's going on, and then also just I don't know, occasionally getting better cards and better situations. I'm going to use the timer again here to make sure I don't go over my 30-minute mark. So I still don't have the bankroll to do anything more than half stacks. So I'm going to see the flop for free here. I wasn't even looking out of the corner of my eye. I thought those are suited. Should probably get out of this hand. Hopefully, no, you're not going to bet, are you? Okay, so now I've got standard raising hand here. Facing a re-raise. What does it mean if I'm facing a re-raise? So I could push here. I guess I'm a little worried that I'm facing. I'm just gonna call. A little worried that I'm facing an overpair. Well, not an overpair, but just a pair with a re-raise there. Could be facing queens. I'll go ahead and call through for a little while longer. I think I'm going to fold here. The re-raise could have also been with ace queen. I'm really hoping somebody here will continuation bet, and then firing like a second barrel like that probably means I'm behind. Okay, here's a pretty good spot for me. Maybe someone's going to be calling me with king jack. Gonna fold here, not try to steal the blinds. This is, I can just do a half. Well, I should have bet a little bit bigger than that because of the number of callers. I don't think this person was working on a flush draw. I'll just keep betting half pots here. Re-raising me here. I guess I gotta call them all in. Queen 5. So they were trying to, I guess, bluff me there. This is gonna look like a blind steal to this 3 here. If I get re-raised, I can probably call it. I can definitely re-raise. Such a low opening raise with my king ace suited. Here, just gonna check through. Let's try for a small continuation bet here. It's not really a continuation bet at this point. I'm getting called. Now what does this person have? They raised. I feel like maybe they have similar hand to me, but maybe they're slightly behind me. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. So, you know, I mean, they could have been doing that with nines, maybe, but they probably wouldn't have been doing such a small min raise ahead of time. Just gonna go ahead and fold these out here. I could have done a blind steal with that. I think, you know, I'm not going to be making a lot of money from those little blind steal attempts here. I think I'm really looking to get into good situation. This is late position, so cut from the cutoff, I can go ahead and raise with these. Let's check back with Twitch and see if it still says I'm offline, which is so strange. So obviously I've been getting pretty amazing cards here for the first 5 minutes. And sometimes that just happens. Now, of course, I'm going to try and hold on to this profit that I've had here, even though I'm going to be playing for another 25 minutes. And just keep working it up. So 8s are good enough for pretty strong blind steal. That is not a great flop for me. There's plenty of things that connect here in this guy's calling range. Of course, some pretty scary cards as well. But really, I mean, he could have been calling with a king. And I think he'd probably call a re-raise here. So I just need to get out of it. I mean, this is, yeah, so sometimes this just happens, right? Sometimes you just, oh, there we go. That's perfect. Okay, now I'm all in against you. Unless it's aces versus aces. It's probably aces versus kings, aces versus queens, maybe aces versus ace queen. Oh, man. What? That's a strong all in there with your jack queen. I don't know. Okay, so, you know, players aren't as good in zone as they can be sometimes. Maybe I'm at a good time of day right now. I kind of felt like people were better during the week than they were on the weekend. But seeing something like that, wow. I mean, that guy didn't even have that short of a stack. It's not like he was down to his last, you know, like 10 big blinds or something, was he? So I got 7s here. My stacks are big enough now where I can be set mining as long as I get implied odds. But 7s are good enough for a blind steal anyway. So I'll go ahead and do that, and it works out. Now, of course, the fact that I got really good cards up until those aces is not a harbinger of anything, right? It doesn't mean that all of a sudden I'm going to start getting bad cards. I'm going to limp in with these. Maybe I can... There's a few enough people left in the pot. Oh, there we go. So now I have a nut flush draw. I think here, and I have... This is like a monster draw, right? So with this, I'm going to re-raise this guy up to 13. It did not pan out. I'm waiting to see what he does. Is he going to check it through? No, he's going to bet big. And this bet big could mean, well, I have nothing here, so I gotta fold. What am I getting to showdown with my king high there? but that was a really good flop. So here again, I'm in late position, so I can actually, my stack's big enough, I think, that I can be raising with something like this for the fold equity, and then also hoping to, connect on the flop. In this case, I don't connect at all. It's not a great flop for a continuation bet. Now I connect with something. Would he have checked it through to me with, maybe he would have, maybe connected with the 10. I'm going to go ahead and call it. Yes, he connected with the 10. So that was kind of a bad move on my part, I guess. Should have just gotten out of that hand. Suited ace 10, I'm going to call. Going to check through this guy. Try to keep the pot small. Just call his bet here. He could have been doing his blind steal with ace queen, in which case he's kind of flopped a monster here. I don't think so. Oh, well, he still had to be beat. All right, gotta avoid doing that too many more times. That was. If I had bet there, he probably would have folded. I mean, that's the kind of hand where I need to plan, hey, I'm looking to, flop a flush, draw, or a Broadway straight draw. Otherwise, I should be looking to get out of the hand. And then, when I'm connecting with my connecting with my ace there, I'm like, look, I connected with the ace. But I have such a weak kicker compared to a lot of things that are in range for somebody else who might have connected with the ace, that I can represent. I have a 10 here. Let's see if I can take this. Yep. You think I have a 10. All right. Not a 10. Sorry, a king. Man. Again, here's another situation we're going to limp in. This time I don't even have the Broadway possibility. Now I have a flush draw, so I'm going to call a small bet here. That's a small enough bet to call for sure. Where's my other spade? Nope, I don't hit my other spade. It's a situation where I could potentially bluff to take the pot, but I'm not going to. I mean, it looks like he probably made something, probably a full house of some kind there. Got no showdown value. Time to get out. Probably not very much bluffing value either there. Looks like I may get to see a flop for free over here. Don't usually want to wait too long to do that. There we go. And I hit bottom pair. Market is full to any bet, so I don't have to pay attention to it. And my 10 could appear. That'd be amazing. No, my 10 does not appear. So I think I'm behind most things people would be betting with there. Somebody probably connected with something bigger than my 5. Okay, so here's a hand. I'm in late position, so I think I can actually raise with this. Get some fold equity and also hope to potentially connect something big on the flop. Although my stacks have gotten a little bit smaller now, so should probably be reverting back to something closer to mid-stack strategy. Which is focusing on, so mid-stack strategy focuses on hands that don't need to see a lot of streets before they become good. Because you don't have that many rounds of betting that you can survive before getting your whole stack in. So hands that, you know, would be worth getting all in over, you know, after a couple of streets. Whereas the small stack strategy is looking for hands that are going to get all in maybe right after the flop or something. And also, you know, with mid stack and small stack, you may not have implied odds for set mining, flopping a set, just because you can't win enough to offset the infrequency of flopping a set for calling like a bet that's, you know, 1/8 of your stack or something. Your stack limits how much you can win. So here, I'm going to go back to sort of a mid-stack strategy where I don't play those low pocket pairs. I'm thinking about, you know, somebody raises it up to 15 cents. Like me calling 15 cents, that's right at the, you know, place where I could be, you know, winning 20 times, where the implied odds are 20 times what my bet is. But, you know, if somebody raises it up a little higher, if I limp in, somebody raises it up. So this is early position with the sevens. So again, don't have implied odds really to call. Like, so it comes around, like let's say I call it 5. There's several limpers. Somebody pushes up to 20 or 30 cents, and all of a sudden I'm looking at implied odds of 10 times what I'm being asked to push in. And so I'm using the rule, the call 20 rule of thumb. Like, you know, if you stand to win, like the stack size of your opponent or yourself are at least 20 times bigger than the amount that I'm going to be betting, then I can call it. You flop a set once out of every 8 pocket pairs that you play, but of course you're not going to get. So now somebody's re-raising over top of me, and this is a situation where I've got to fold out. So someone's got ace king or queens or kings or maybe even jacks here or tens, all of which are better than ace jack. Of course, there's also pot odds considerations in a situation like that, which is something that I don't understand yet. So, you know, if I'm supposed to be calling that bet in some situations, just because even though he'll win the hand more often than I will, I'll win it, you know, 46% of the time or whatever, and I've already pushed some in, right? So I don't have to call. I'm calling with less than 46% of the pot, something like that. Anyway, but I'm playing more conservatively. Better to just fold out. I could also get myself into a bad situation where I lose way more, even if I flop something big. So sort of the opposite of implied odds, right? Implied losses. So again, stack is too small to play those pocket pairs for the purposes smaller pocket pairs for the purposes of set mining. So anyway, now my couple dollars profit that I saw before is slowly being eroded away. Um, so these jacks are something that I can definitely I could re-raise with here. So I'm ahead of all of his big ace combinations, behind all of his pocket pairs. To the re-raise like this, feels like I could either go all in here and probably be way behind. So I'm gonna go ahead and fold. Re-raise like that is probably telling me, hey, gotcha. I've got queens, I've got kings, I've got aces. So he got 45 cents out of me, but that's okay. So now I'm back squarely in the mid stack size territory. Just trying to see as many hands as possible here with these stacks. Looking for the playable open raises, which is a pretty narrow range. Could also be looking at blind steal spots. So this guy was in late position, and I can re-raise to like 51. And he pushes. Okay, so that was effective there. Okay, so the nines are a hand with which I can re-raise this guy. So, because there's a one caller, I'll re-raise him up to 40. Get somebody pushing over top of me, like all in or something, that I definitely have to fold. Okay, so now I have an overpair. Drawy, very dry board. So I'm gonna do a continuation, push a continuation bet in here. 72. Oh man, that's not okay. But so thinking about what's in his range here, is 7 in his range to call my re-raise? Probably not. So I'm gonna push all in here. That's just crazy to me. Okay. Yeah. All right. Yes. So note to self. Suited connectors are in range for somebody to call a re-raise. I was thinking he probably had big ace. Okay, buying in again. So now I have like 6 minutes left here. I'm way far away from having a profitable session. Actually, damn it, I forgot to put start time in. So start time was 13:57. It was like 13. 30, something like this. Make sure I'm not missing something good here. Oops. Fold. Back. And I'm in for 750. So poor hand reading skills did not pay off there. I'm just thinking about what the call is about there. I mean, so he had a gut shot, right? So he's definitely, I mean, it was a poor call for him. Unless he knew that he had implied odds because I would read his range incorrectly there. Okay, so this is a great flop for me. Got to figure out how to make some money off of this. Let's do it. Just try and stick in a small bet here. Okay, that's good. And now we're looking at somebody who may have make the bet a little bigger this time. So we've got 3.5 minutes left. So yeah, half-hour session here, and I think I've gotten aces 3 times. So it looks like ace jack I can re-raise with here. So let's go up to 80. Hoping to get one of these guys to fold. Okay, so that's a good flop for me. Just bet a half pot here. It's not particularly drawy board. Now it is. I guess I just need to push. Oh, and look. Oh, hey. Well, so that was a good spot for me. I guess I get to walk away with a profit just because I got lucky. Of course, I've been on the other side of that many times. And get the same hand, second hand time in a row. Well, close to the same. This time it's suited slightly better. This is a situation where someone raised over me. So I need to fold. Right? Right. I need to fold. I definitely need to fold to a big push, but I'm going to sit out this hand and just watch what happens just out of curiosity here. Okay, so that would have been a chasing the rabbit a little bit here, but that would have been a okay, so we got 2 all-ins. What do we got? Ace, king, and queen, queen. And the queens take it down. Although I think I would have won that pot. But I wouldn't have wanted to be in there with them in that all-in situation. It's a place where I'll limp in, hoping to just see a cheap flop. I'm going to fold out to raise, though. Actually, now with 2 colors, I have odds on my side. Okay, so that's... okay, so I'm going to sit out the next hands, both of these, and go ahead and fold these. All right, so let's look at the outcome here. So we got 537 plus 2, 754. So 4 cents of profit. The upswing continues. Lucked out there. And had, so I played for exactly 30 minutes. A bad read there on my part. 2 times. One time it worked out for me where I sucked out by the river. The other time, a couple of bad reads, I guess, on my part, right? But my river suck out was enough to keep me going there. So here we see a slight 61 up to 65. 60, 65. $60.65, that matches up. All right. Thank you. And